What?
What?
Ready? Ready?
Guys,
Shut down for character.
but I have my user.
You like it?
That's not the right one. Nope. Nope.
Yes. You have to keep making stuff and then you could get more stuff.
Da, 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 da.
But actually, I want to try it on part. Let me try it. Yes. That's really good. That's really good. Do not do the eyeball. It will be scary. No, you do not do the eyeball. It's a big mistake if you do that.
User.
You made a big mistake. Yeah. No, you should not drink this.
Nope, wrong one.
I'll drink it.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
no.
no, no. Just anywhere, bro. What the heck are they doing? I just need 100. So I can still bring up private. Yeah, I'm doing good, Panda Pro. How are you?
When I tried the eyeball, like. Well, let's try to find each other inside the eyeball, okay? What's the eyeball? Okay, let's go to the one eyeball.
How am I supposed to?
The eyeball? This is black now.
What am I supposed to do with gift box?
Let's make a potion with the eyeball in it and then. You gotta put it. Open it.
Okay.
Hey, yo, how am I supposed to get this? What do I do with stupid gift box? Hey, yo, how am I supposed to get this? What do I do with...
Yeah, you have to keep making potions and then you put this green and then they add more stuff to your food.
What the heck am I supposed to do? Yo, everybody. My user is in the screen.
And the eyeball. I want you to do.
Dang, I'm the only one in
What
this.
about that one?
I don't know. Let's find out. You have to do that. Oh, let me try. Let me try. Don't take the potion off. I'm gonna try. Yeah, you have some.
I can see if someone joined. Oh, what's this? Sigma?
Let me try it.
Yo, Corgi Leopard.
Everything is black.
Is that good?
It looks like
Hey, Fazzy, tell me if that's good.
Of what?
Check.
Hey, look, hey,
That good?
hey, look.
I'm don't get it. It's just force. What I usually do is, well, I started to do that. Monsters usually become popular if you put like a hand running on the floor or branches, all that. But it's gotta look real.
What could look real?
Like a hand running on the branches, or so it's like a hand reaching out on the floor or branches, all that.
Bro, you only get 3 seconds. I need the camera mod
Hey, you want to try this with me?
to do some of it. If I don't use it, I can't do whatever you're telling me to do. But, okay.
You don't need it. Just record part of the video, find the part where you want to as the thumbnail, and then put like the name of the monsters. Like I did that once. There's no one in here. I'm just, Panda Bro, I'm just waiting for someone to join to donate because I'm, with the Robux, I'm trying to basically save up for still running a private server for 7 hours. If you want to, you can join me. My joins are on. Dang it. Holy. 2 million raised. Can someone donate, please? Most are donated.
Lucy's coming. I just want to see you one. Let's have the dog. She's coming. She's got everything.
Claim your free 30-day trial of Walmart Plus and get a jump on summer savings with free same-day delivery, video streaming with Paramount Plus, 10 cents off per gallon of gas, and so much more. Is it hot here, or is it just these great summer savings? Claim your free 30-day trial.
We're trying the highest quality standards from the footrest. Lazy Boy, long live the lazy boy.
Do you like it?
Watch now. Land of the Bible.
Right.
Immerse yourself in biblical science. Daily live your faith through the traditions of the people of Israel in their ancestral land.
So far, which is the last show that we saw. If conditioning wasn't right there, we can't assume that he's going to come in and die, right? That would just be foolish, right? Not to go
I need someone to donate. I have 0.
So could he? Of course, right?
It's 50, but I don't know how to get the money.
No. Show. Whereas you have other guys, I guess now would be a good time to talk about them because we're getting into the best of the world, top
Hey,
5.
Spencer.
Whereas we have other guys like Nick Walker, who is the exact opposite. You expect Nick Walker to come in on board because Nick Walker almost always comes in type of guy. Like look at what he looks like, just not on stage, right? Just looking absolutely phenomenal. So long story short, Martin, fully conditioned. Could he make his way to the top 3? Maybe. He's still a little bit smaller overall, I think, than some of the other competitors. So he'd be more based off of shape. So I don't think he's a lock in the top 3 by any means. I still think he's a lock in the top 10. I would say if he comes in point conditions, he's a lock for top 5. If he comes in peeled, I'd say he's a lock for top 5. If he doesn't come in peeled, if he showed up with his previous conditioning from the last show, I actually think he would fall outside of the top 5. So that's my way of saying I think Martin has more room to fall down this year than he does to go up. Personal opinion, love you Martin, love your physique, still want you to flag with me. Nick, never count Nick out. Never, ever count Nick out. Like, look at what we are looking at here. He looks like a literal Ninja Turtle, right? And I will say this, as much as people have complained about Nick's waist, I honestly think he has built so much size around it that it's getting to the point where it's not as big of a problem as it used to be. And I think what happened before was Nick blew out his waist quickly. And so when Nick blew out his waist early, when he hadn't developed quite as much size, then what you saw a distraction, a very heavy distraction, which was his waist was too big for the rest of his body. Now he's getting to the point where I look at him here and I'm like, man, that waist doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. Obviously, he's going to be competing against some people with very, very small waists, which the crazy thing is this. This is the one thing I hate about bodybuilding. I'm going to give my soapbox for a minute. This is the one thing I do hate about bodybuilding. There are some things that you cannot change, and some of those variables are so much more important to winning a bodybuilding show than other variables that you can have that one variable against you, and it will completely destroy everything else. And one of those is your waist, right? It's so frustrating to me to see a guy who has so much muscle, brings such good conditioning, and literally, if he had the waist of some of these other competitors, he would be hands down winner, right? That is frustrating. I can't imagine what that does to a person psychologically. Like in Nick's state, I can't imagine what it does to be like, bro, I literally beat you in every pose if my waist was smaller. That would suck. That would suck so much, right? And I can empathize a little bit because I have a bigger waist, but I'm not anywhere near like competing with the top guys, and it's just my waist that's holding back. There's a lot of other factors. With Nick, it is almost just his waist. It is so close to being just his waist that it's actually crazy. But oh my gosh, the $1 is gonna go insane today. Probably have like $100 at this point. I legitimately think that Nick deserves. I shouldn't say deserves because he still has to bring it on the day. I want to see this physique. Is he going to get it? It's almost entirely going to depend on how much the judges care about the waist. At this point, it is pretty much up to the judges because from a muscle mass standpoint, conditioning standpoint, at least most of the time, sure he could mess up, but it's so hard to say that a guy is going to mess up when they just bring it every single time. Like, he can step on stage with this conditioning and be better than most people. So I don't see it messing up conditioning at this point. This is 8.5 weeks out, and he just looks like this. I just don't see there being anybody who is going to so significantly out-muscle him or out-condition him that he can't win the top 3. I think this is a top 3 physique, personally. And then it pretty much comes down to the people we're going to talk about next as to whether he will be top 3 or top 5. If they place him outside of the top 5 with what he's been bringing, I might legitimately crush him because this is everything you want to see from a bodybuilder except for the waist, and it's literally something you can't change. Like, he can't change it. I know people are like, oh, well, like, if you've done this and you've done this, like, that is muscle. Like, I'm sorry, those obliques, that's muscle. Those abs, that's muscle. It's maybe there's some level of like Columboism going on that he could have done something different to not have it happen. the more I look at this physique, the more I like it. I like my Olympia winners more large and shredded and fast. Nick, good luck. I'm rooting for you. I love to see people proven wrong because there's a lot of people that hate on Nick just because, not just because obviously he's a little bit abrasive at times. A lot of people just hate on him because he has a big face, and I'm like, we're not ballerinas here. We're men. We're men in tights. We're men in tights. I don't even think my editor will get that reference. He's too young. Anyways, I think Nick should take home a top 3 placing if he shows up the way he's been showing up recently. Will he? That's almost entirely up to what the judges think about this race. Derek Lunsford. I have never seen a bodybuilder who's as, from what I've seen overall, low-key, family guy, seems to just love life, be very positive. I don't know if I've seen anybody get hated as much relative to their disposition as this guy. He just seems like such a good guy. I've not seen anything from him where I've been like, oh wow, what a, like I probably seen something, but he just seems like a really good guy. And for some reason, and I don't know if it's because they can't differentiate between and the person. I don't know, man. I like
Bro, the all-time please donate person donated 1.3 billion.
If I was working with somebody who I was trying to take to this level of an Olympia show, I'd like them to be better than a lot of the guys we were seeing on this list relative to the time frame. This is what I mean. Like you take a look at it there. Vascularity is solid. Obviously not fully leaned out, but you're seeing very, very good striations going on. Look at this. Look at this. Wait, let's go back.
Stress keeping you up? Introducing Lemon Balm by Vimergy. This fast-absorbing concentrate works at the cellular level, so you stay calm. Vimergy, we can save ourselves.
Airwick Scented Oil keeps your space fragrant for up to 70 days. Airwick, always fragrant, always inviting.
Grip, stability, precision. That's the essence of driving. Moffat.
Grow a garden before the white screen pops up, it will actually grow instantly. And if you want more crazy Roblox hacks, make sure to check out my Snapchat.
Snapchat's crazy.
Now available in spicy and mild, sauce and dry.
I don't know how to go back. Technologically challenged. Show the legs again. But you see how
Before the white screen pops up, it will actually grow instantly. And if you want more crazy Roblox hacks, make sure to check out my Snapchat.
You see how you're already seeing good lines going through the fastest over here. Separation between the quads and the hamstring is very, very solid.
To your fruit, making them worth up to 100 times.
Really, really good. Could it be that this footage is taken from some other time? Maybe. If this is recent footage, then he looks really good right now. So I think if this is recent stuff, okay, so here's a better update. Alright, yeah, being good conditioning. I saw this update and I saw people, let's see if we can find some comments. At this point, I'm basically just testing some stuff. How long will you guys stay around for a video? Will you actually watch an hour and a half video talking about competitors? I guess we'll find out. But I wanna like actually start and see whether people would like something. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. Okay, so yes, Nick is beating this physique so easy. I like Derek, but he's light years away from Nick Walker. Nick beats him earlier this year. I don't think Derek's taking a chance against him. I'm not kidding when I say that, right? Small waist, sweeping quads, like I would say the main struggle that Derek has right now is his legs are not quite as big as some of the competitors. That is the main thing. If you take a look, because the thing I've noticed, the thing I have commented on before if you watch some of my stuff on Derek is that he has what I call conical quads, right? So like like to see out of the bodybuilding competitor. You want to see more out and back in. But it looks like here, at least in this shot, he seems to have some decent out and back in. Obviously we want more, but is there improvement here? Possibly. It's still pretty, you want this to come out more, right? That's the main thing. Obviously you can change that between now and the Olympia. Probably not gonna happen. Yeah, see here's where you can see a little bit more of the cone that we're referring to. Starts high. Yes, a little bit of out, but not quite as much as you'd like. And then obviously from the adductors here as well, you can see a little bit pretty straight overall. I think we're gonna see pretty similar quads to what we saw before. But one of his main struggles has been conditioning, and I think that he has tightened it up over the years. He's gotten better at it. You saw him beat Samson Dauda at the Arnold, and that was almost entirely because of his conditioning, right? Samson's the more imposing figure, bigger figure. Derek Lunsford, who's getting better at conditioning, and with very, very good conditioning, I don't see Derek falling outside of top 3. I don't. And with very, very good conditioning, he might even retake the crown. But that is going to almost entirely depend on our number 1 from last year. By the way, we're at number 2 from last year at this point. So let's take a look at Hadi, what he's looking like right now. Because I saw something that kind of surprised me. That was this. Okay? So if this is what Hadi is actually looking like right now, but if this is what Hadi is actually looking like right now, it has me questioning a few things. Because I've seen Hadi this far out before, and perhaps I'm wrong. I very well could be, but I feel like he's typically leaner at this point. So that makes me wonder, did they make a specific coaching decision to keep him a little bit fluffier for longer to try and go for additional size? Because I remember that big thing where Hadi came in diced, and he didn't end up winning, and he was making complaints in his interview after, well, if they just wanted to see the most conditioned, if they wanted to see just the biggest guy and not the most conditioned guy, then I would have come in. It was like a well, I would have come in bigger if I had known that they didn't really care about conditioning. I don't know if that was his exact words, but that was the overall vibe that we were getting. Is he trying to just bring a bigger package this year, and that's why he's not quite as lean as he might be at certain times? Obviously, for anybody else, this is crazy good conditioning for this point out, but for him, it seems like he's a little bit maybe not as lean as he typically is at this point. I see some other guys who have similar levels of conditioning. Obviously, we would expect him to still bring it, but I could be wrong on this. I don't know if this is an improvement relative to what he's been previously. I have watched Hadi pretty closely over the last few years, and I don't see this as an improvement upon last year's physique at the moment. Perfectly willing to be wrong. Maybe he steps on stage and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's done what I thought was impossible. It's way better. I don't necessarily see this as an improvement upon what he's brought previously. That could just be because he doesn't look quite as lean as he has in the past. Maybe it proves me wrong, but I don't at this point see him being significantly better than last year, and because of that, I do not think he will move up in placing. Let's see. Alright, this was 4 weeks ago, so obviously not quite as good. I don't see Hadi taking number 1 this year. I think the other people have too many strong points that can look bad. Do I think he might still beat Derek? Sure. But I think if Derek comes in at his best, I don't think Hadi has enough room to improve to take number 1 placing, assuming one other person comes in, and that is Samson. Now, Samson had a little bit of a setback. He lost to Derek more recently, but it happens, right? You can't come in 100% on top of your game every time. Derek came in with really, really good conditioning, and the judges obviously favored him for that conditioning. Is probably, if I had to guess, I would say Samson will probably beat him. Just the size that he has is pretty overwhelming. I don't know if other people have made enough improvements to knock him off of that top spot, and him and his coach seem to have figured out conditioning pretty well. Maybe they didn't quite come as conditioned as he could have at the last Arnold. Whatever mistakes they made there were pretty minor. I didn't see there being some crazy downgrade. It was just Derek figured some things out,
Our new hybrid power bar introduces the next phase in our barbell development. Like all of our barbells,
in today's video, I'm reviewing the Delta Fitness Onyx bumper plates. These are almost identical to the Rogue Action bumper plates, built in China, made of the same material, same stainless steel insert, same durometer. The biggest difference, though, is that these sell for $1 a pound. So the Onyx bumper plates are made of 100% virgin rubber with absolute durability. It's a dense material that makes them less prone to cracking and less prone to bending. Now that material also doesn't make them stink as bad as other bumper plates. They still have a very faint rubber smell to them, but not terrible. Now because of the density of that material, of virgin rubber, these are going to be high on the durometer rating. These have a durometer rating of 88. If you're not familiar with durometer ratings, it's basically a scale that tells you the hardness of the material that they use for the bumpers, with a number that's low being a softer material, so it's going to provide a higher bounce, and then as the numbers go up, the material gets harder, so it provides a lower bounce. These have a durometer of 88, not as high as the competition bumper plates, like the ones you see there on the wall, but still good enough for a home gym. Now also this, I like what Delta did here with the pens. The pens are an age and width, so that's going to add to the durability. Most other bumper plates have a smaller width, so for 10 pounds, if you're familiar with 10-pound bumper plates, you know they're prone to bending. So this, adding a wider width, a wider base, is going to provide more durability to the plate. Now the insert here is stainless steel, so if you drop with a lot of force, that stainless steel is going to add to the durability of the plate. Now, I couldn't find any information on the Delta Fitness website about the collar opening diameter over here, but I have noticed when I use the bumpers, there is a little bit of sway on there. So if there was something to improve on, I think they should make that a little bit tighter just so that there's less sway. Not a huge deal though. Once you put some barbell collars on the bar, that completely goes away. Now, as far as the width goes, for the 45s, they're 2.8 inches wide. When you compare that to Rogues are 2.4 inches wide. So a little bit of a difference there. These are a little bit wider, but unless you're doing more than 500 pounds, that's really not going to matter. So you should still be able to fit about 495 pounds if all you do is load up a sleeve with 45s using the Delta Fitness bumpers. Now, I already showed you that the 10-pound plates, they have a